these very long days.
Yeah, it is.
8 games a day, John. You need the energy.
Definitely do. You know, I didn't have time for merienda, but a sip of that monster gave me, you know, the sugar rush I needed. I'm feeling great. The games are exciting. The monster's pumping us up. It's going to be a really good time in the second game of the series.
Get into 0-3-2. Can make this second game work.
See you later, nerds. See you later.
It's Among Us right now looking like they might end up leaving
Prepare for battle.
with a 2-0 victory. But it's always good to see both teams very, very happy in a good place here. Not upset by game 1.
No, spirits are high. 0-3-2. It's a nice shake-up here in terms of heroes, and it's going to be the box Sand King, which I can't recall ever seeing, to be frank. Like in the Adroit days, I don't recall seeing the box Sand King, so it's going to be a treat to see it pop out. Matthew on the Wind Ranger, unfortunately, doesn't have the Arcana, but, you know, sometimes you just don't pick it up. A little bit of tag with jabs, just tossing the chilies onto Nico.
Jabs will get tipped. Nico will be stuck with the chili. Very, very upset about that.
30 seconds to battle.
Jabs will keep just roaming around. Loves the tiny, this player.
Oh, yeah. Just so many early opportunities as well with the toss, right? It's been nerfed all the way back now, but even at 850 range, you can make stuff happen, and Jabs is the kind of player to really find those openings.
The funny thing is, they didn't really buff anything that meant any difference for Avalanche toss with Tiny. He just kind of came back. That was just it. It's like, hey, Tiny's still good. Pick it up again.
Engagement.
Yeah. What I do miss, though, is Core Tiny, Mike. Not just Core Tiny, but Ags. Core Tiny, you remember that? You remember those games with Tiny Morphling? I love those. I miss those games.
I remember.
Bill, you've got these lanes unfolding. Of course, Jabs up top, and the Tiny, as mentioned, he is going to be with Cuckoo's Bloodseeker. Again, first time we've seen Cuckoo in the Bloodseeker in a professional game in a long time. Going to be laning up against Ninja Bogies, Disruptor, and Natsumi. In fact, they've got Whitemon around as well. A bit of an early tri-lane here from 0-3-2.
Could be off to a good start. Ninja Boogie a bit too far, gets tossed back into Cuckoo. Whiteman going to show up now with the Fire Blast and the Blood Ride out from our Bloodseeker, and that'll be first blood. There is no way out for Ninja Boogie, and Jabs will be the one to take it on the Tiny.
That's exactly what you want from the start. Jabs gets to get themselves some EXP, immediate TP down for the Ogre Magi, and look at Natsumi, just stuck there.
Oh, Natsumi, that's a lot of HP being lost. Jabs going at him. Ninja Boogie quickly rushing over to get him a salve. Natsumi was looking a bit thirsty there up at the top lane. Blood Ride is just going to be spammed out by Cuckoo, and this is just standard Bloodseeker off-lane play, right? You just push in the wave constantly and always have the XP advantage.
Yeah, it's difficult to stand up. Again, Natsumi's going to have to watch how you juggle your HP. Turst is up, and Jab is sneaky position.
Goes for the Avalanche, doesn't get the toss back. It'll be alright. Because we should have a look at the other lanes for a second, John. Mid lane, Nico and Abed. We're up against each other once again. Nico should have the advantage considering he is playing Magnus up against Invoker. There is also going to be a Quas Wex Invoker from Abed, so no Sunstrikes here. Not quite yet anyway. It's like he is going to go for the Tornado EMP Cold Snap kind of build with the Spirit Vessel, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, I don't think you need to rush that Sunstrike build. It's nice to have with a first chrono. You do have enough damage on the map to handle it without Abed contributing, so you just need him to get to a runaway start. And he's making it difficult for Nico. You see that combination come out, the Cold Snap and EMP. Nico's out of mana, so he can't maintain the Shockwave spam, and power is going to drain him down. It puts a cap on the aggression of Nico. He's still finding good farm, though.
Whiteman ends up killing Matthew down at that bot lane on the Wind Ranger. Now Bok is just going to be chased down on the Sand King. He does have Burrow. He was just waiting for the time walkout from Savage. Eventually does Burrow Strike and salve up. But they are unable to slow down Savage at all, as even top lane Natsumi ends up losing his life to Cuckoo on the Bloodseeker.
Oh, that is not a good spot. The Morphling can't afford to be that far behind here. You're going to want to get up to a good point. You know, you want to start farming fast, get a Morbid Mask up. But it's that lane matchup. Bloodseeker against Morphling, it's just not fun. For the Morphling, you're playing on edge, you're juggling your HP. Cuckoo is just going to get bigger and bigger as you right-click on.
Yes, Bloodseeker lane is not fun. Not fun at all. Back down bot. Whiteman and Savage still very comfortable down this bot lane, but Bok has been farming quite nicely on the Sand King. Not pressured too much quite yet on that hero, and of course he can just Sandstorm and clear the creep wave every single time. He has gone for a point in the Caustic Finale as well, just to try and apply some pressure onto Savage.
Yeah, it's helping out. This distributed build, though, does mean your options for specializing in anything is limited, and Nico falls down in mid.
There's a good rotation out from Jabs, really helping out with the Avalanche to finish off that kill. And well, Matthew tried to get in range with the Wind Ranger, but wasn't quite there, and now, because he's left the lane, Bok is also going to die to 23 Savage.
Ooh, man. 5-0 already for Among Us. Sub 5 minute mark. So more than a kill per minute already in the first 5 minutes. It's just a 1k net worth lead, so not too big there. You are still finding good farm on 0-3-2. You know, Nico is still maintaining a lot of CS. You're also still seeing Bok on top. But these kills are giving some good momentum towards Among Us. You don't want that to really build up there.
Cuckoo is getting low. Thunderstrike not quite going to be enough to kill him off. He should be just fine. Get out of there and heal himself up. Hitting a few creeps. All down at the bot lane. Bit of a fight breaking out here. Bok. He's slowed up by the Ignite. Does get bashed on his way up. Be just fine. Nobody going to go down. So Whiteman even stealing the bounty rune. Away from 0-3-2, and that's a bit of a shame. You had the Magnus and Wind Ranger there, but they just couldn't take it off Whiteman.
Yeah, that's going to be a 4-for-0 bounty rune trade in 5 minute mark. That builds into the 1 to 2k lead of Among Us. So just off to a fantastic start. You're going to have to start stemming that bleeding here, 0-2-2. It's not too bad. But you hit that level 6 mark in Savage, you're asking for trouble. And you're also looking at Cuckoo on a very good lane. He's not finding the last hits, so you have that in 0-3-2's end. But the EXP is flowing freely. He's going to have Rupture up at a pretty good point in this game as well.
That he is. You know, Cuckoo, he'll probably get aggressive as soon as he does have that level 6 mark. Just in general, Among Us have been extremely aggressive already. 5-0. Jabs now in the mid lane on the Tiny, getting some wards down and trying to find a way into that mid lane, but is going to realize Ninja Boogie does have the high ground warded. Should be able to organize a D ward now, knowing it is there. And Matthew going to show up in the mid lane on the Wind Ranger just to be able to push that wave out and get some XP for himself, as of course your Magnus can just farm the jungle. They're going to make it that easy on Among Us. Abs can just roam through the jungle and be very disruptive.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, they're already making that happen. You can see Nico just running to the upper jungle instead of the triangle because of the risk it poses. They're still getting some good damage onto this mid tier 1 though. Shackle doesn't land.
Toss back onto Matthew. EMP gonna fly out with an avalanche, and Bok, he TP'd in, but he's lost all his mana. Right into the EMP. He can't do anything. He doesn't want to be here anymore. He wants to go back to the bot lane, but it's being blocked off now by Jabs and Whiteman. Jabs, he's sticking around. Matthew, gonna spot him out, but tosses him back into Whiteman. Matthew is slowly burning away, still mid lane. RP gonna be committed on Abed and Cuckoo, but they can't kill him. Nico does die, and well, Matthew on the Wind Ranger also went down, and now Bok's gonna get caught up by Savage.
Wow!
Oh boy.
Oh no, it's just dominoes falling for 0-3-2.
Ugh, it's 8-0, 3k lead, and again, at the 8 minute mark, a kill per minute, all for Among Us. 0-3-2. I love that they're responding, but oh no.
Yeah, Abed just doesn't care at this point. He has the drums up, so he's just going to rush for the disruptor kill. Doesn't quite get it yet. Shackles is going to latch just barely, but the Magnus does manage to clean up Abed.
Middle tower is under attack.
Good trade there for Ninja Boogie. Be a big pickoff for Nico on the mag.
Yeah, that's something you want to see. Finally finding their first skill. Big target to pick it up on. What needs to happen now for 032 is patience. Wait for the blink on your Magnus. Wait for some initial farm on Natsumi. They have bought a lot of space out for the Morphling. He's not too far behind Abed, so it's just about 400 gold behind for the Morph. You need a blink on at least Nico. You would ideally have one on Bach as well, but he's still saving up for the Veil, so you're going to have to just take it on the Magnus, then look for the RP plays. Look at the build-up here on Among Us, though. They've got the Mask of Madness on Savage. His farm will just kick up.
Jabs getting a toss-off onto Matthew with the tornado flying through from Abed. Flips back, however. Jabs out of position now, but Cuckoo going to get a rupture off onto Nico. They want that mag. Cuckoo, can he get him? Abed does clean up Matthew and Nico. He's just trying to hide in the tree line, but he does get spotted. Still Cuckoo will back off now. They are all backing off, in fact. They don't want to deal with this whole side of 032, but Jabs will go back in for an avalanche toss onto Ninja Boogie, but he will go down. Now Cuckoo. The Blood Right. Going to connect on that disruptor. Both teams will just retreat.
It's a small win for 032. You're going to be happy finding that pickup on Jabs. Again, you'll take anything you can get. 10-2 at the 10-minute mark, and gotta be a bit cautious here for Among Us. They're playing aggressive constantly, but maybe it's time to step back a bit or wait for the chrono to be up. Savage is going to have it soon. Then you can make to look another player. He is getting a solid push up top by himself. No sign of a defense coming out here from 032.
Yeah, but they're not done yet, John. They're smoked up. Among Us want to go again.
Is under attack.
Up towards that top tower, Matthew could be targeted. He has had 3 deaths already on the Wind Ranger, and this might be the 4th as Abed gonna get the tornado into the EMP, an avalanche of jabs. It's a tough time for Matthew. It's not fun to be the support Wind Ranger in this game. He does. Yep, merry into time over. Back to work, boys. Last time we checked, they had the chrono up on Among Us. They're ready to go.
Radiant's bottom
Like Savage is just working directly towards the MKB now. Do they want to rush for another team fight? I mean, looks like they might. Mid lane. There is a bit of posturing out here from Jabs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Dusk
attack.
is committed onto Bok. There's your rupture coming out. All onto the Sand King, so Bok can't really move. He also has no mana left, so Savage is going to jump in. Gets one, but now the Savage RP out from the mag, and that'll mean this Void might just be dead, and he does go down. Abed now needing to leave the building on the Invoker, but he might be in danger. Gonna try and run. Ninja Boogie. No, Natsumi gets the kill. Meanwhile, to the south, Matthew holding everyone else back on the Wind Ranger. That's a very successful team fight for 032.
They got the 2 big heroes you could always want to have. It's the the 2 big ones. So they get those kills. They kind of even out the network lead just a bit more, dragging it back. Have to respect the RP. Have to respect the team fight. You catch one out, sure, it's just one, but then your entire game plan falls apart. You're not big enough in Abed to get all the spells out. You already used a Rupture in Cuckoo. Blood Right cooldown is not that short yet. It does take level 25 for that to be on a ridiculous cooldown, so you have to be cautious with the tools that you use, but with those tools expended, the Savage still has the chrono to clean up that tier 1.
You know, the funny thing was, John, the RP wouldn't have connected on Savage had not been for Jabs tossing him in. So, Jabs, bit of a toss there on Nico. Might have been a slight mistake. To be a stun out onto our Disrupt on Ninja Boogie, and he is going to die very easily, but Bok is going to walk in with a Burrow Strike now. Savage still has that chrono up, but is not going to expend it quite yet. Allow his team to retreat. He will get back to farming his MKB. You know, even after that kill on Savage, he's just still at the top of the net worth board. He was just too far ahead to begin with.
Yeah, he's way up there. You are seeing Natsumi catch up. And Natsumi, he's in a pretty decent spot. Yasha going to be coming out relatively soon. So our Morphling is at least finding that catch-up form safely. They are, waiting for a couple more. The Veil just about to be completed on Bach, and then it's into the Blink. So you could potentially see the Sand King blink out. Even the Magnus blink, it's still a ways off. But once that's up, again, you just need to get that team fight landing. Land the RP in 1 or 2. Find a follow-up, and those are really easy kills to find.
Whiteman gonna have a venture through his jungle. Odds down. Sumi towards that S and Y on the Morphling. Should get there fairly soon. Oh, Matthew just trying to go for a Glimmer Cape on this Wind Ranger, so not really trying for anything like the casual Javelin or the MKB. He does get a nice shackle off, but Bach was not within range. In fact, things have been going so bad for Bach, he still doesn't even have the Veil up.
Yeah, it's been slow going. Like, the delayed Veil means a delayed Blink. Just not a good time, although.
To be dropped, but Savage does escape the kinetic field, looking for a chrono attempt. Won't get one out yet. They'll go into Natsumi, but Matthew, with the shackles, not latching on. And they've left Cuckoo behind. Cuckoo, he's gone. Savage, unwilling to chrono.
It's an awkward position. 032, you saw their spacing, very split up. Couldn't find that big opening. You had Abed way too up front as well. You don't want to have to chrono your Invoker inside. You need him out. You need him to give you spells, give you a buff. But they are punished. 032, they're finding a step here. Finding some opportunities. They will catch Ninja Bogey out of it. Don't have the heroes to really get that kill.
Jabs. Yeah, glimpse back there on the Tiny.
I'll take your between.
Well, looks like Among Us.
Middle tower is under attack.
Gonna sit back and just keep waiting for that MKB, I believe. Has given time though. Nico does have his own Echo Saber up. It is a very, very late timing for a mag, but it's there now. Does allow him to get a lot more damage out, assuming he can connect the RPs off.
And, that does mean the build-up to the Blink should be a bit faster for Nico, having this additional farm acceleration. So we're set to see our first Blinks here for 032 soon. Maybe in the next 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Once you've got that, again, they're already finding some wins here. They can keep racking those wins up. Among Us might find themselves on a bit of a deficit if they're not careful. They are just playing farming now. Savage is really close towards that MKB. Going to go into the BKB next, just to keep himself safe. But look at this, Nico charged in.
That's for a skewer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Jabs doesn't have the blink up with an avalanche toss and a sunstrike, but it's not going to be enough damage. It's there's the chrono out from Savage. He sees Nico, he wants to expend it. Static Storm is going to be committed, but it looks like they are going to be at least getting disrupted, but Savage does actually get bursted down. Alright, so a decent trade here for 032 in some sense. And they're also going to find Jabs. Getting shackled up in the tree line. Natsumi doesn't really have the highest amount of damage right now on this Morphling, but eventually does get the kill.
Yeah, those are big kills to get. Punishing Savage for a really deep chrono in that backline, and the response now from 032 is looking a lot better. They're jumping in with their spells, they're getting the chains off, and the follow-up from Bach, it was that Epicenter that really finished off Savage in there, along with a Static Storm Silence. They're throwing a lot of spells for one guy, but it's the one guy you want to kill from that death. Natsumi is now on top of net worth, so the swing back motion is starting to come into play. You have to be cautious about this Among Us. If you start slipping up here, 032 will bounce back very, very hard and fast, because their lineup, it really does excel in these bigger engagements.
Another Sunstrike in from Abed off the back of the avalanche toss from Jabs, and well, this time it does work. So we are seeing the points being skilled up into Exort now for Abed, so he does want to have a bit more damage on this Invoker. He's still working towards his own Aghanim Scepter, but it looks like it is coming relatively soon. Interesting to note, he didn't bother for the Midas nor the Spirit Vessel on that Invoker this time around.
Ooh, yeah.
Just straight drums into Axe, which is very unusual.
Yeah, I think in this case, you've got the Void, you've got the Chrono, you want that Cataclysm, you want the AoE effects up and running. So they're just going to be going for it. It helps out massively, and you just need it to get to that point. They're still playing a bit of a waiting game, but there's that blink. Nico has it up. They've got opportunities to get big plays here, 0-3-2, and this could be the start of their bounce back. Immediate smoke up.
They can make it happen.
Dire are scanning.
Jab's going to be chilling up that top lane. 3-2 will continue rushing through the river with their smoke.
Oh, Savage.
Oh, Savage, he just time walked. Ninja Boogie does have the glimpse, but oh, he doesn't time it right. Nico doesn't get in range for the RP either.
Radiant are scanning.
0-3-2 now, just trying to get out.
Dire's
That's your blink reveal, by the way, on Nico. Does make it very obvious he did have that blink. To get anything out of it.
Bit of a shame. That was a big tool they had to reveal fast. Doesn't get used the way they wanted to, and now Among Us, they get time to respond. They've got Chrono and Savage if they do want to force a counter fight at some point. And they're going to have the opportunity to respond. 0-3-2, they're clumping up top. They want that tier 1.
Radiant structures are
Well,
fortified.
they'll go for the same thing down at the bot lane. So just an even trade between these towers. But 0-3-2, it looks like they are interested in defending, so they smoke up again.
Dire's bottom tower is falling.
Abed already getting that bottom tier 1, so they're going to run the other way now, 0-3-2.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
A bit of
is
indecision, it seems, as to what they want to get done.
Dire's bottom tower
Matthew,
is under attack.
run past Cuckoo, they'll go for the burrow initiation from Bok, and Cuckoo also ruptured up. That's not going to be nice for Nico. Cuckoo managed to barely get the rupture off. They will still be able to get the Bloodseeker kill, however.
Yeah, it's a big one. Again, finding these small pickoffs for 0-3-2 helps them to accelerate up. They are still at a 4K deficit, but they're finding the aggressive plays. There's that Ags up and Abed now, though. He does have the Cataclysm ready to go. Chrono out later on. Press that Cataclysm, and you are in for a world of hurt if you're clumped a bit too tightly there from 0-3-2.
True. Savage, he does have the MKB, and so he is going to try for the Roshan play. So with that Bloodlust, you do hit very hard and very fast, and Abed's going to give it an Alacrity over as well.
Look at that.
For the twins.
Actually going to smoke, so just baiting the Roshan now, trying to get this Chrono. Work with them here. Bok is going to be there to break the smoke. He should see them now and does immediately back off. They're going to go for a counter smoke. Right into Cuckoo. Not really the target they want to go after first, but they may have no choice in the matter. Matthew has his smoke broken, so Cuckoo does know they're going to wait for him in. Natsumi gives vision for the glimpse back onto Cuckoo. Meanwhile, in the back, they also found Jabs on that Tiny. They'll skewer him back, but now the Chrono and the Cataclysm to come out, and they blow up. Abed on a double. Natsumi is trapped in a net right now. He's got nowhere to go, and he is dead. Bok, well, he's trying to just burrow strike and blink away, but Abed not going to have that. Does get the tornado, wants the full team wipe. That is a very, very nice deafening blast. Burrow strike out, but the toss in from Jabs, and that'll be a triple kill out for 23 Savage. And they go back for the Roshan.
Oh man, a beautiful play from Cuckoo. Oh, he broke the smoke by coincidence, and he dropped the ward out. Like this one ward saved them that fight. They were aware, they clumped up at the right spot. They sacrificed so much to take one hero out from 0-3-2. Cost them too much. The reveal of that Ags Cataclysm with that Chronosphere. We talked about it for a long time. Seeing it in action is always a treat to watch in 032. It's not a treat for them. They've got to be cautious to put their clump up now. They need to get the RP off. Nico has been holding on for a very long time. They've been finding these single target pickoffs, but when it comes to the RP, you need to catch the big boys. It needs to be Abed or it needs to be Savage there. They just don't have vision on those big targets.
0-3-2, they just can't catch a break this game. Go. Still has that RP to use.
Radiant are scanning.
Just about the damage that's going to follow up here. 0-3-2 seem very comfortable just allowing Natsumi the time to farm.
Dire are scanning.
You can't quite blame him for that as he's getting closer and closer to that Eye of Skadi. Again, giving the same amount of time to Savage. Still, Bok is going to jump in onto Jabs, and Nico looking for a skewer attempt, won't quite get it. Instead, they'll turn their attention over to Savage. RP still not being used up. They'll hold him with the kinetic field, and Savage is going to try to man fight, but will lose the Aegis. Now Jabs jumping in for an avalanche toss onto Matthew with the Sunstrike, does get the kill. Bok a little confused there, does get the epicenter off. Jabs will die. Bok is probably going to go down for it, though. Nice static storm out from Ninja Boogie, holding down Savage. Natsumi trying to go for the damage output, but Savage is just man-fighting back. It looks like they want to disengage now, but Kuku rushing forward. They will not get anyone. They get the TPs off in time. Sunstrike from Abed, not going to be on target.
The caution here from Nico. I respect the fact that he wants to land a bigger RP. I think you've got to be careful how long you hold on to it. Like, there's an opportunity here for Among Us. They've got the chrono ready to go. Savage can just make use of it. The Cataclysm is going to be down for a bit. But once it's up, the damage that you can get out with a combination, it's going to be ready. And you've got the BKB now in Savage. So he's not going to die or get controlled up easily, in fact.
Savage, two-man chrono is going to be committed with the Cataclysm to fly down. That'll be Nico just getting destroyed. And now they're on the run. Natsumi probably also going to die. Matthew's gone. It's a triple kill out for Abed, and it might just be an ultra. They're throwing kills away to Abed right now. Ninja Boogie going to go down to Whiteman. That'll be another four-man wipe. No hesitation out from 23 Savage.
That group up from 032, man. That's not it. Catching the Magnus and the Morphling, the key targets for Among Us to keep an eye out for. And they just catch him. The Cataclysm came out. That's the timing for Among Us. They just get those spells out. They have the damage. They have the control.
And nice bounce back from Jabs once again. He has been so effective.
Do this!
Constantly looking for those avalanche tosses. He just continues to set up kills for his team. That'll give a 16k net worth lead over to Among Us. Dota Plus, getting to that stage again, John. 95% for Among Us. Jabs, always blinked in, but doesn't have a toss target. Can they take him down? They silence him up, but Savage has jumped in. Still, he might be in danger. He'll throw the chrono out. Nico waiting for that RP attempt, but he's going to lose all his mana to Abed. He doesn't have the mana pool for the RP anymore, so Nico's going to go down. And Savage gets out of there.
Oh man, that is so tough. Now for 032, they've held on to the RP since that mid lane fight. Remember that one fight where they got the kill on Savage? That was the only RP I remember from this match. And 032 been way too cautious with it, missing out on opportunities. And they're just, the lead widens here. Among Us, they've just got complete control so far. There is nothing that can stop them at this point, unless you get that team fight perfectly. They have to commit this RP. Catch one, catch two, doesn't matter. Drag them back, get the epicenter on top, throw everything you can to just find that one kill and stop Among Us from just bashing their heads against you.
Savage. getting real out of control now.
They've got the chrono back up, and did I just see a quickening, 2 quickening traps, or?
You probably did, John. There's one on Abed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I only see one on Abed.
Okay, so that's
help
just
him
a
out,
late. Yeah, it was a late notification. I thought for a moment that, for some reason, Abed had one and Cuckoo found one. I would be very worried for 032 if they just lost a tier 3 item like that. Still, top tier 2 cleared out, no problems here. 20k lead up now, Mike. They've got the chrono. I do believe they've got the Cataclysm as well. In fact, Abed's saving for a refresh. So as this game ticks on, you know, that team fight gets a bit scarier.
Lane.
Take your treatment.
So Matthew, he's going to go for the Glimmer out of there. Be just fine. Bot going to be nearby on the Sand King. Go. Still has that RP. They're looking to initiate. Savage going to go onto the high ground now. Bot going to get ruptured up. Ninja Boogie, meanwhile, getting taken up by Jabs. But the chrono once again out from Savage. He keeps catching both of his calls. It's always Nico and Natsumi caught in the chronosphere over and over again.
Oh man, that is, it's devastating for 032. They are not using their spells. They cannot use their spells. Now they've got to buy back, 1 buyback down. They've got 2 remaining. They've got the RP. They've got the Static Storm. You can't hold out here. Your racks are gone.
Matthew, Shackle is going to connect there onto Cuckoo, but how do you get in there? You just can't. You've got to accept this tier 3 tower might be gone. They'll drop the Static Storm and buy back even more. They're going to rush in. They still have the RP. They might feel confident. There's the RP. It's only on Abed, however. Abed might just drop. And definitely passes out.
No.
He is going to try and make a run for it, and Abed is gone.
No
He
way.
is safe. Jabs, careful with the toss there, sir.
What?
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
032, Ninja Bogey. He dropped the Static Storm. It was on top of Savage. Then he decided to use his glimpse to put him outside. I don't understand what's going on. They are feeling a bit pressured. They need to line these spells up. It has to be RP into Static Storm, and then the Epicenter follow-up. It's 1 + 1 + 1. They need to add that up and get their tree, get the kills. But they're just rushing through it.
Quick math there, John. Very nice. It has been a bit tough though for 032. It's they're not landing the combos they want. There has been a lot of hesitation with these big ultis, and well, at some point you just get frustrated. You get sick of waiting for that right opportunity, so you just throw one out. Figure out you can't even kill one person. So it's tough. They are 30k behind. Pretty much as bad as it gets. Dota Plus, yeah, we're flatlining, John, at 99% right now.
Yeah, it's
good.
Top tower is under
to be
attack.
expected though, when how far ahead Among Us is. 30k lead, 33 to 11. A factor of 3 is how far they're ahead and into the Roche pit.
Scanning.
Doesn't last very long, John. Doesn't last very long.
Those buffs, man. Those buffs onto Savage. Too much. And there's that smoke. Right off on the offensive. They've got the refresh and Abed. Double Cataclysm in the chrono. You're not going to live through that one.
See how they try to deal with this. They actually have the RP back up with the rest of their ultis. Matthew, having such a bad game, he hasn't actually skilled the focus fire up. I didn't realize up to this point. He literally hasn't touched it.
Radiant are
It is
scanning.
not skilled up because there is no point. The epicenter out from bot. Does go into Cuckoo. Now a great shackles there from Matthew, but there is no follow-up once again. And Savage just walks in for a 3-man chrono. Now the double cataclysm gonna blow him up, and this game is over. They've called the GG. Oh, torture ends for 032. My God.
Was that even a game like? 032 got, they got